U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Friday that the United States and its allies should not support a ceasefire or peace talks to end the war in Ukraine until Kyiv gains strength and can negotiate on its own terms. As an anticipated Ukrainian counteroffensive appeared to be taking shape, Blinken said heeding calls from Russia and others, including China, for negotiations now would result in a false, Potemkin peace that wouldn't secure Ukraine's sovereignty or enhance European security. We believe the prerequisite for meaningful diplomacy and real peace is a stronger Ukraine, capable of deterring and defending against any future aggression, Blinken said in a speech in Finland, which recently became NATO's newest member and shares a long border with Russia. His use of the term, Potemkin, referred to the brightly painted village fronts that 18th-century Russian government minister Grigory Potemkin reportedly used to have built to create an illusion of prosperity for Russia's empress. Blinken repeated the U.S. view that a ceasefire that simply freezes current lines in place and allows Russian President Vladimir Putin to consolidate control over the territory he has seized, and rest, rearm, and re-attack, that is not a just and lasting peace. Allowing Moscow to keep the 1/5 of Ukrainian territory it's occupied would send the wrong message to Russia and to other would-be aggressors around the world, according to Blinken. Implying that a ceasefire shouldn't be arranged until either Ukraine pushes Russia back or Russia withdraws its troops. Blinken's position is similar to that of Ukrainian officials, including his statement that Russia must pay for a share of Ukraine's reconstruction and be held accountable for the full-scale invasion of its neighbor in February 2022. After months of battlefield stalemate across a 685-mile, 1,100-kilometer, front line, Ukrainian officials have given confusing signals about whether a counteroffensive, relying heavily on recently deployed advanced Western weapons and training, is coming or already underway. Some have suggested the campaign will not be a barrage of simultaneous attacks across the entire front but rather a series of more targeted, limited strikes, first to weaken Russia's supply lines and infrastructure, then expanded to broader targets with greater intensity. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky weighed in again on Friday. "This is not a movie," he told reporters in Kyiv. "It is hard to say how you'll see the counteroffensive. The main point here is for Russia to see it. And not just see but feel it. Especially, we speak about the troops that have occupied our territories. Their occupation of our territories, this is the result of our counteroffensive. When you see this, you'll understand that it has started." Zelensky has said his goal is to drive Russian troops out of the 4 territories it partially occupies and illegally annexed last fall, as well as from the Crimean Peninsula the Kremlin illegally seized in 2014. For more, subscribe to 24 Hour Radio News.